Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and you don't know my face, my name is Glenda and I am on a journey to learn more about K-pop, specifically K-pop groups and music, and one of those groups happens to be BTS. Now, I know we've been doing a lot of BTS reactions lately. I have been on a grind, okay? And can I just kind of like toot my own horn right now? I have been so on top of editing and recording. I'm very proud of myself, especially for like doing the thumbnails and editing and getting those videos out in a timely manner. Who am I? Apparently a professional now. I just wanted to say that. And I hung up more lights, so hopefully it's more aesthetically pleasing for you guys cuz I actually really like it. It's bright. But anyways, BTS. I just uploaded the reaction to the second part of the Oh Are You Late 2 album reaction, and I have gotten so many comments from you guys about the song Paldogangsan. Now, I loved that song. I thought it was fun and it was really impressive and admirable that they put a song together to celebrate the different parts of Korea that they're from. And especially RM's, like that one line is still stuck in my head. Like, even though we're different people, we still look up at the same sky. It was something like that. That line was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I got so many comments from you guys saying, check out the explanation video for Paldogangsan and it'll give you so much more of an appreciation for it. You'll understand the song more. And we are going to be doing that today. Now, I got a lot of requests to do this specific video, and it is by the channel DKDK TV. Now, this was uploaded 5 years ago, and it is currently at 423,000 views. That's crazy. It is 16 minutes and 15 seconds, which means this reaction is probably going to be a good 30 minutes. But you know, we're gonna try our best. I'm gonna try not to make this video a fucking hour long by rambling on and asking questions that I'm probably gonna get the answers to. But nonetheless, I'm excited to really start understanding the song. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Song of the day. We'll see how long this actually lasts. So, this week for a song of the day is a song called Body by Jordan Swaste. Highly recommend for you guys to go check it out. I actually really enjoy the song. It gives me the sense of knowing your worth, and a sense of be comfortable in your own skin. Like, don't let anyone tell you different kind of feeling the song gives me. So, highly recommend. I've been doing so good. I haven't been stumbling over my words, and now I have to. Gosh, darn it! Highly recommend Body by Jordan Swaste. All right, but without further ado, I'm not going to ramble on for this intro. BTS Paldogangsan Satori rap explained by a Korean. So this is a Korean explaining it, which means we're going to get some real good information in this video. I'm very excited though, so we're going to see. That scared the shit out of me, and it was so fucking loud. Oh my gosh. Satori rap explained by a Korean. Let's get it. Let's go.
BTS has been breaking records, appearing at the Grammys and all, but one other thing noticeable is the fact that they are promoting Korea and its language more than ever. Now, people are digging into their older songs and finding it hard to fully understand this one particular song called 팔도강산, also known as the Satori rap.
I'm not gonna lie, like, even I didn't know what Satori was before listening to the song. Even before like reacting to Jimin's Satori Busan dialect that I did a video reaction to, I didn't know what that was until actually watching that video, and I read some of the comments from that video trying to explain to me what it was. So I found that really interesting. See, I love J-Hope's part in that song, dude. It's so much fun and stuff. I don't know why, but I just love J-Hope in the song, man. It's so fun.
So, to begin with, the title 팔도강산 basically means our land or Korea. If you chop the word up, the word 팔도 comes from the Joseon dynasty when Korea was divided into 8 provinces, which are 함경도, 평안도, 황해도, 경기도, 강원도, 충청도, 전라도, and 경상도. And Gangsan means the beautiful mountains and rivers you can find in Korea.
That is
Basically,
gorgeous.
all these regions had and still have their distinct culture and dialects. The fun of this song is that BTS members are representing each region they originally come from by singing in dialects so-called 사투리. Already in the intro hook, Jimin first speaks in the Busan dialect. It shows one of the typical expressions of Busan by using the famous word ma, which is a way to call a person. Morakano means what did you just say? So basically the Busan dialect has some sort of tough feel to it, often associated with manliness.
내가 이거는 완전 내지 이거는.
그만 좀 튕기라 근데 주차 포기죠.
가시나야, 니 내랑 사귈래?
I remember this freaking part of the song in outro. This was at the end of outro, and it kind of flustered me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Then J-Hope speaks in the Jeolla or Gwangju dialect. We can hear words such as ranke, which is one of the ending words in the Jeolla dialect. Many words in the Jeolla dialect end with either ranke, tanke, 불어, and yoing.
말 시키지 말란게요.
이상하다게.
직접 마중을 다 나오시고. 몸 상들 없고.
One characteristic of the Jeolla dialect is to speak a little fast and drag the last syllable while raising its accent.
참말로 무엇을 잘못 먹었는갑다. 서방 알면 똘가상에 복숭을 훑으리다다가 벌집을 쓰셔갖고 대구박이고 나빤대기고 참다 쪼사버릴 주둥박이라 허겄네.
Okay, yeah, I can hear it. I can definitely hear it. Okay. That grandma was pissed about something. She was getting on to those grandkids, man.
Suga speaks in the Daegu dialect, which is similar but slightly different to the Busan dialect, since they're in the same Gyeongsang province. Even Korean people have difficulty distinguishing between the two, but it's known that the location of stress and intonations are slightly different within sentences.
얼마 전에 폰 샀는데 막 갔다.
얼마 전에 폰 샀는데 막 갔다.
내 차에 질려 바로.
Some notable points in Suga's verse are vocabulary such as 아재, 머시마, and 가시나, which respectively mean old man, boy, and girl. The original standard would be 아저씨, 남자, and 여자. This vocabulary pretty much applies the same to Busan or any other place in the Gyeongsang province. Now J-Hope raps in the
I can so hear it. In J-Hope, I hear it so well now. That's so cool, dude.
Jeolla dialect again, which is known to be very friendly and affectionate. It's quite different to the Gyeongsang dialect, which sometimes can sound even hostile. If you just look at J-Hope's verse, the lyrics itself represent the nature of the dialect. He's basically greeting everyone around and calling everyone to come out and enjoy the party. Also, a very important and essential vocabulary of the Jeolla dialect appears here, which is 거시기. 거시기 is an almighty word that can replace any word in the Korean language. Usually it's used as the meaning of hey, or you know, like the Gyeongsang dialect's ma. But it can also turn into pronouns like it or that, meaning it can mean any word. So it comes in handy when old people can't remember the word they want to say, or when people want to say an embarrassing word.
우리의 전략 전술적인 거시기는 한마디로 머시기 할 때 거정 갑옷을 거시기 한다. 알겠지?
거시기 잘 하라고.
뭐라카는 문제 자식 주고. 네 번의 거시기와 먼저 쓰인 거시기는 대략 2가지 정도로 그 뜻을 압축해 볼 수 있습니다.
I'm not gonna lie, that confused the fuck out of me. So, goshigi could mean anything when you're pertaining to like an object or a person. Oh my gosh. Yo, dialects are they seem quite complex.
번의 거시기와 먼저 쓰인 거시기는 대략 2가지 정도로 그 뜻을 압축해 볼 수 있습니다. 머시기와 거시기는 죽어도 모르겠습니다.
And once again, you can notice the ends of each word being dragged and toned up. Now we go into the pride of each region, starting with the Gyeongsang province's 신라의 화랑. Shilla was the origin country of Gyeongsang province and once united the three nations 고구려, 백제, 신라 into a unified Shilla, but eventually in the 10th century it was conquered by the Goryeo dynasty. It had an elite warrior group called the Hwarang, meaning flowering knights. The Hwarangs were a social club of young males that gathered to study art, culture, religion, and martial arts. They also acted and fought according to specific commandments called the 세속 오개, which were like the following.
I want to read that. Loyalty to the country, devotion to one's parents, trust among friends, never retreat in battle, and kill only with forethought.
So in this part, V is proud of this elite group and claims that the descendants and the bloodline of them is still running in their veins of Gyeongsang people. Plus, V acted in the Korean drama Hwarang as well.
There's a drama that V acted in. Why do I kind of want to watch it? Damn it! I told myself I wasn't gonna watch any K-dramas. I was strictly just going to focus on like recording and stuff like that. But now things are trying to suck me in to their little freaking traps, like freaking K-dramas, and I don't know how to feel about it, dude. I will watch Thai dramas. I love C dramas, Chinese dramas. I love K dramas. I love those types of shows. We're gonna move past that real quick.
Also, if you look at Jungkook's verse, he's overly proud and confident of his Hattori and culture. Note the two usages of aiga in these sentences. 뭐뭐 aiga is a way you end a sentence by asking, am I right or not? Try telling me that I'm wrong. So it's like this one-directional question possibly forcing the other person to answer yes or yes.
키는 내가 좀 더 컸다 아이가.
Now you kind of get a grasp of what Gyeongsang people are like. Very proud, confident, and maybe even handsome. Now it's Jeolla time again. Jae-ho can't lose to the Gyeongsang boys, so he brings up the famous dish of the Jeolla province, which is bibimbap.
I want to try bibimbap so badly. I live in the frickin' country, bro. It's ridiculous. I have to travel like an hour and a half to go to a decent like Korean restaurant or Vietnamese restaurant or even a Thai restaurant. Like, I cannot find these things close in my vicinity. I live in an old people's home. Like, that's how I like to describe the town I live in. We have one stoplight. When I say this town is small, it is small. So, like, I would have to travel to get this. But it looks so good. I want to try it so badly. Oh my gosh.
Jeju bibimbap is the most well-known and probably the best bibimbap in Korea. It is one of the most famous, healthy, and pretty dishes that represent Korea to the world.
It looks so good.
Competition on which is the best region has become more intense. Suga approaches J-Hope and the other members by saying, do you know what Gaga Gaga means? It may sound like Goo Goo Gaga to other people, but to Gyeongsang people, it actually has the meaning of, is that person that person?
가가 가가 아니에요?
The first ga is a fast pronunciation of 그아, which means that guy. The second ga means is. The third ga refers to the guy we've talked about before. And the fourth ga is finally a question mark. So basically, Gyeongsang people are making fun of other regions that don't have the complexity. Another fun and classic
Bro. Dude. To say that I am intimidated to continue learning Korean is quite an understatement. Only knowing like very basic phrases. I feel so intimidated right now. Like, how am I gonna get to this point of learning all of this? That's crazy.
So basically, Gyeongsang people are making fun of other regions that don't have the complexity. Another fun and classic example would be the way Gyeongsang people pronounce this.
이해이승, 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 이해이승.
Other regions pronounce all of them the same, but people from Busan or Daegu can differentiate them all due to the intonation or stress, like this. 이해이승, 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 이해이승. Also, in the next line, Suga and Jimin say, who says Gyeongsangdo is rough? By this line, we can examine the stereotype and Gyeongsang people not approving it. But it's kind of funny and ironic that the way they're saying it and actually doing it seem a little rough. Ultimately, they're reinforcing the stereotype. Next, the Anaba movement is introduced. This was included during the 1997 IMF bailout request situation when Korea's economy had failed and many were driven to the streets or gone broke. Each letter of the Anaba stands for 아끼다, 나누다, 바꾸다, 다시 쓰다, saving, sharing, exchanging, and reusing. The people voluntarily participated and made this movement a success, sharing with neighbors and reducing costs. Although this movement isn't necessarily originated from the Gyeongsang province, its mindset and mission is of what usually Gyeongsang people are like, sharing and caring for each other. Gyeongsang people have this catchphrase like 우리가 남이가, 친구 아이가, which means we are no stranger to each other, or aren't we all friends?
우리가 남이가.
Actually, at the end of the verse, this appears in the Daegu dialect as well. 우리가 어디 남인가. On to the other parts in the verse, you can again find the confident and tough characteristics of Gyeongsang people. 지긴다, 지기네 is another well-used expression for saying something is outstanding or the best. The subtle 아주라마 is actually related to the Busan local baseball team culture. When a baseball lands in the audience seat, the crowd shouts 아주라, 아주라 constantly to give the ball to the nearest kid or baby. In conclusion, we can see that despite being tough or direct on the outside, Gyeongsang people have a warm heart and care for others more than anybody.
That is actually so freaking cute. I have seen so many like clips, especially on like TikTok or something, where people get really stingy whenever a baseball or a softball goes into the stands. It's mostly baseball. I see a lot of fans get like violent and very possessive over getting that baseball, and they will take it from children. So the fact that Gyeongsang people will actually just give it to the children that are there, like that's actually really cute.
In the inside. So J-Hope decides not to back off to the Gyeongsangdo dudes. He starts with the epic words shibang, which is a very popular term equivalent to 거시기 in the Jeolla dialect.
Oh, okay.
Shibang means now in the dictionary. However, it has more of the nuance of, hey, look at me now, or what you saying now?
시방은 한 17만 정도 될걸?
네 시방 나 내력 테스트 하냐?
Plus, sometimes people mishear it as the most used curse word in Korean, 씨발. So it's sometimes...
Oh yeah, the thing is I actually know that word. Like, I know that it means fuck. So, shibang and shibar are very, can sometimes be mistaken for things. This is why the Korean language is so freaking complex, right? Because like English is the same way, but like I've grown up speaking English, so I know the context of it. Whenever you're learning a new language and you have to learn their the context for their words and their sentence structures, because their sentence structure is also different from English, it becomes like, it's so interesting. Like, it's so interesting. And it creates this whole new appreciation you have for the language. Especially because the Korean language is quite new. Compared to like other languages in the world, it is quite new. So the simple fact that they were able to come up with their own language, their own alphabet, really, it's so interesting to me, man. I don't know how to explain it, but like it's their language is so beautiful, I swear.
can be mistaken. Probably that's the reason J-Hope used it as the first word of his verse. Then he goes on with words like 흠이 어쩌스까나, which are basically exclamation words that could be maybe perceived as oh my god or OMG. It could be either positive or negative. But in this case, it would be a sarcastic, wow, what should I do with you guys? Towards the Gyeongsangdo members. The battle goes on as J-Hope now turns offense. 시부리다 is a strong way of saying talking. It would be closer to babble or chatter. This word exists both in Gyeongsang and Jeolla area, but changes in usage. In the Gyeongsang area, it's used like 뭐라 시부리 쌌노?
뭐라고 시우리 쌌노?
And in the Jeolla area, it's used as J-Hope does. Both words shibang and shiburida kind of sound like the curse word 시, so it sounds very strong in a sense. Plus, J-Hope keeps on going off.
I like the fact that he keeps on bleeping out the word whenever he says it. And in my video, I just don't give a fuck.
Offense by saying things like this. Aguji is also a strong way of saying mouth, usually used to say shut your mouth. While provoking why their mouths are all shut now, he says that he can make all the holes in your body open by eating 흑산도 홍어. Hongo is a type of stingray that's caught near the Jeolla region. This Jeolla specialty is especially famous in an...
That's not a fish. That's a fucking alien. Oh, hell no. Oh my gosh. That's a stingray? Dude. No, no, no. You know what it kind of reminds me of? I don't know if you've seen pictures of those blobfish on the internet. I'll put a picture up so that way you can see it. But it kind of reminds me of like the texture of a blobfish. Is it just me? It's probably just me. But anyways, it looks freaky.
Island called 흑산도. The ray is fermented and conditioned in a particular way, and after this process, it emits a very strong odor. And many Koreans, including me, dread going even near it. The odor is so strong that people dare not eat it, but usually people from Jeolla actually enjoy it. So basically, J-Hope is teasing the Gyeongsangdo dudes that they go nuts if they eat hongo. Now in the lyrics, a tricky part appears. Suddenly he starts talking about months and becoming pregnant. Many armies have tried to decipher what this means on the internet, but up to this day, nobody knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I was kind of confused about that.
Just whatever he thought of at that time. This is actually a characteristic of the Jeolla dialect as well. Because of the fast speed and friendliness, Jeolla people tend to include totally irrelevant or very detailed info inside the conversations.
Oh, then that was probably just like, yeah, like just a... what's it called? Reference towards his own dialects. Like just spitting in a random fact that's unrelated. That's funny.
Still, he does introduce 무등산, which is a very high mountain located in Gwangju. It's known that if you hike up to the summit, you can see far enough to Jeju Island. Also, there's a special watermelon that grows only on this mountain, and it's famous for its enormous size. J-Hope has linked these two big things to...
I want to try that watermelon. That looks good as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. Look at that shit. Dude, you could feed an entire family of like 8 with that watermelon. It looks so good. Are y'all fans of watermelon? Because I sure am. I actually have a serious question real quick. Because me and my mom disagree on this. She puts salt on her watermelon. I don't like putting salt on my watermelon. Do you guys do that? Or do y'all just eat the watermelon regularly? Or do y'all put salt on it? This is a genuine question that I have because both my mom does it and so does my niece. Both of them put salt on the watermelon before eating it. And I find it weird. I can't do it. I guess it's kind of like some people like pineapple on pizza and some people don't, which I actually like pineapple on pizza, so.
Mountain, and it's famous for its enormous size.
That looks good as
J-Hope
fuck.
has linked these two big things to a baby to be born, and says he's a bangtan, one of them, which are meant to be huge and successful. The battle has come to an end, and at this point it has become meaningless and just bickering between the members. Sugar brags that he thinks men from Gyeongsang region are handsome, then J-Hope says that's not a fact, and they go on back and forth bickering. But weirdly enough, there are widespread stereotypes that men from Gyeongsang are handsome in average.
Really? Damn straight! In the end, it's all the same Korean. Look up, we are all looking at the same sky. Damn fucking straight. I love this line from this song. I swear, this has got to be my favorite line from probably the entire album. And the album had some banger lyrics in it. I don't know why though. This right here stuck. It is living in my head. Rent fucking free, brother. It is such a good lyric, dude. It is chef's kiss.
Now it's time for President Kim Namjoon to wrap up everything and end the fight. As a Seoul, or technically Ilsan person, he says that the Seoul Korean is the standard, and it becomes the good example of a well-structured language. Also, he does admit that Saturis are attractive, that as a man he wants to use the Gyeongsang dialect, and Jeolla dialects sound so friendly, but still he points out that there's no gain in fighting with each other. This actually stems from deeper history where Jeolla and Gyeongsang regions had hostility towards each other during the 70s, and even until now. It's called 지역 감정 in Korean. The history is very complicated, but it basically started as politicians and presidents were mostly elected from the Gyeongsang region and started developing only the Gyeongsang cities, leaving out the Jeolla province. Also, the politicians used this hatred towards each other to manipulate votes and etc. Furthermore, if you go deeper, actually in the old Korean days, the two regions were all different nations that had war with each other and small interaction, so actually the subtle and deep-rooted hostility comes from way back. Anyways, RM finishes the fight and says we are one Korea that might have different accents and dialects, but at the end perfectly understand each other, which is the only thing that matters.
Hell yeah.
So BTS has accomplished 2 missions in 팔도강산. 1, showing the diverse dialects and funny sides of them, and 2, sending a message of peace and unification among the Korean nation, easing 지역 감정. Just one more thing. Although it's ambiguous, deriving from the title's name, 팔도강산, BTS might have hidden their message towards reunification of the current war-split North and South Korea, because the 8 provinces include those 2 from North Korea as well. It is true that North Korean people speak differently, but at the end, we can also understand them easily.
Oh, actually really fucking dope that they included North Korea dialects in there as well. That's cool as shit. Oh my gosh. Dude, that was awesome. The depth of this song just, it's immaculate. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I actually really, really like this song. And somebody was even telling me, like, they can't wait for me to get to the dance practices, which it is coming, and I am so excited. I want to react to RM's new album, too, that just dropped. I also want to react to the 2nd episode of Rise of Bangtan. There's so many things I have to react to, and I feel like there's so little time, but I have all the time in the world with you guys. Shout out to DK TV for making this video for us mortals to understand the beauty of this fucking song even better. It's absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to watch. I'm not sure if there's a dance practice to this song. If there is, I'm so excited to watch it. And I can't wait to watch the other dance practices, to the first album, to the 2nd album, and so on and so forth. We are going down this BTS rabbit hole, and I am here for it. But I loved the song, and I'm very, very, very happy that I was able to react to it, and I have a more clear understanding of the song. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. But anyways, guys, that is gonna be the end of this video. I told you we were gonna get to 30 minutes. I told you guys. Y'all didn't want to believe me, but it's fine. If you want to watch the original video by this channel, I will leave the link to the video in the description down below, so that way you can go show your love and support for this video. I want to say a special shout out to all of the people that commented in my last video to the album review and recommended me to watch this video. Thank you guys so much. And we are going to leave that video there. If you made it this far and you like my face and you want to see more videos from me, you should definitely subscribe to me down below there. It's free, you know. To each their own, though. If you're not in the mood, that's okay. And I'm so happy you shared this journey with me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!